There are certain things that you should never have in your home when you're selling your house. So today we're going to go through my top 10, and these are in no particular order. I've been doing this over 15 years. This just all comes from my experience. Well, let's get into it. First up, this one is pretty simple: no religion and no politics. And this is actually really important because you don't know who's touring your house. And the bottom line is you really shouldn't care at all. You should care if they have the money to close on your home. So you don't want them to be swayed by seeing something political or religious that they don't agree with. So it's a pretty clear-cut rule of thumb. Just remove anything on any of the walls and any pictures that have to do with politics or religion. My second one has to do with smells. When you walk into a house, you really don't want to smell anything, maybe paint or like cleaning disinfectant, something that smells really clean. So here's my rule of thumb. Do not cook anything that has to do with spices or strong aromas within a week or so of putting your house on the market. You wouldn't notice it because you're in the house and if you're cooking that food, probably like those smells, you eat those foods, but other people know and they will recognize it, and you don't want any of that. You also don't want air fresheners. They're disgusting. People don't like them and they really give a lot of people headaches. So when you're putting your house on the market, make sure that it smells fresh and clean. If you get a nice day, open some windows, let that fresh air in. You can maybe add something with a very, very clean scent. Not an air freshener though, one that you maybe plug into the wall or sit by the door. Number 3 is removing all valuables. And I'm not just talking about jewelry, but anything that can really fit in like a tote bag. I've personally never had any issues, but I know horror stories from people coming in and literally swiping things like figurines, jewelries, antiques. Take the temptation away. Number 4 is personal photos. So how I feel about personal photos is you can have a few. It's not like a hard, fast, no politics, no religion rule, but don't have too many. And keep in mind that whatever photos you have out, people are going to be looking at you, sizing you up, maybe even researching you a little bit more. You don't want to put too much information out there, but I'm not completely against photos altogether. Just keep in mind that depending on photography and videography, that information, those photos may also end up online. So you have to keep your privacy in mind too. I know a lot of agents have really strong opinions on personal photos, but I'm okay with a few as long as my clients are. Number 5 is removing all your personal documents. Anything with your social security number on it, with your legal name, anything personal, even if you think that they're in a drawer like right by a desk where they could easily get access, take them out or really stash them away. There's so much identity theft going on nowadays, and you don't want to make it easy for somebody if that's their intention coming into the open house or even in a showing. Like I said, if somebody has bad intentions, they have a plan, don't make it easy for them to get anything with your personal information on it out of your house. Number 6 is removing any traps, and in particular mouse traps, but it could be roach too, or even some ant bait. Over the years, we forget about these things after we put them out, and it may not be that you have any problem. It could have been years since you had the problem, that you forget about it. And if buyers put their eyes on it, I assure you, it's going to be a giant turnoff and probably create more of a problem than there ever really was to begin with. So just make sure you take any old traps or bait that you have left out over the years, check all the nooks and crannies, and make sure that you get rid of it. Next is removing all prescription medications from your house. And this has sadly become a really big problem. And in particular with hosting open houses, you really have to keep an eye on people. So I ask all my sellers, please take all your prescription medication out of your medicine cabinet. Just don't make it, again, something easy for someone to come in and grab. You want to make sure that all of that is tucked away, more so not even just within a drawer's reach. You want it out of sight, out of mind, where nobody could peek in a cabinet, drawer, or anything like that and see your prescription medication. Number 8 is we're talking closet. It is obvious that only one person lives in the house, especially if it's a recent separation, so it looks like half the closet's empty. This could be an indication for somebody that wants to, unfortunately, do you harm. And I hate to be negative, but I really want to help you all out that if you live alone, you don't want to advertise that because someone could try to come back. I'm going to say that especially for my single ladies, but it really applies to everyone nowadays. Just be conscious of how your closet is showing and what you are, again, sharing with anyone that is coming into your home. More so, I also think it's important to really clean up those closets to make sure that they show well too. But don't be like leaving a bunch of stuff around so that people could size you up. Next is pets. And I love my pets, but we have to remove any sign that you have pets whatsoever. A lot of buyers out there don't like pets, so we don't want someone coming in who maybe doesn't like the four-legged friends, seeing evidence of pets, and then thinking, I really don't want this house. Or maybe they have an allergy and they can't buy a home that has dog beds, toys, bowls, that type of thing everywhere. So make sure that you remove any evidence of your pets and make sure it's super clean too. Cameras. Whether it is a Ring camera at the front door or cameras within your house and you want to keep them, which I think is fine, but make sure that you are telling people that are entering the home that they are being filmed to avoid any possible lawsuits or invasion of privacy. I know it's your home, but you are filming them. So like I said, if you have cameras and you are surveying the house, I think it's fine. But just make sure that you have something visible that tells them that there are cameras just to avoid anybody saying they didn't know. Those are my top 10 tips for what you should remove in your home before selling. If you have some of your own, drop them in the comments below. Sharing is caring in this situation, and we want to make sure that everybody not only stays safe, but has these helpful tips on what to remove from your home when you're getting ready to sell. If you got some value from this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It always helps me out. And until I see you on the next one, take care.